I am really proud of our effort on the defensive side of the ball. One of the things that we have begun to talk about in the last maybe 2 or 3 games is that defense is that thing you can always rely on. And so we've been really challenging ourselves. How much better can we be? I thought we were pretty good in the second half of the Belmont Abbey game. I thought we were good against North Greenville. I thought we were better today. Sometimes that's skewed based on the capabilities of who you're guarding. And this is a good basketball team. 4 starters that all average double figures in scoring. I thought we did a really good job disrupting and just trying to take them out of some of the things that they like to do. So again, just the fact that we seem to be buying in, figuring some things out in February is kind of where you want to be. And obviously we want to make sure that we're continuing to work, even with the wins, that we're continuing to challenge ourselves and find things that we can get better at with each game. So I was proud of that tonight, that even with the wins behind us, that our kids didn't settle, they didn't relax, they came out and they wanted to be better on the defensive side of the ball today, and I think they were.
What does it kind of say about the team's resiliency on a night where, rebounding wise, finishing at the basket, was kind of a little bit off here and there, that were able to kind of push through that and, get the win when they needed to in the end? Absolutely.
I told them in the locker room, I said, you guys are really good defensively. Now, if we can just add some rebounding to that, I think you might have a shot to go all the way. So I think that the word that I've used so much this year is just growth. We have grown a lot. If you watched us the end of last season and watched us the beginning of this season, and as the season has progressed, I hope that what people who have kept up with us have seen is the growth, is a little bit of maturity, the way that we communicate with each other, the way that we handle adverse moments. We're winning games now that I'm pretty sure 3 months ago we wouldn't have won. And so as a coach, that's really what you kind of want to hang your hat on, right? Like, these kids are talented. I tell them all the time, I don't want to get in their way. They're so good at what they do. But at the same time, just from a standpoint of mentoring and making sure that people are as good as they can be, you want to make sure that we're growing and that we're learning how to communicate, we're learning how to handle bad stuff. And that's what I think we're doing right now, a little bit better than we've done in the past. So I'm really proud of that, that we've grown to that point, to where we can beat good basketball teams even when they push us a little bit like they're supposed to do and make runs at us.
How much did that kind of shine through there at the very end where, a couple missed layups here and there, they got back within 3, and then Lauren had the big bucket, and then it kind of became a free throw where you guys were able to pull away?
Absolutely. Again, that's what it's all about, right? Like in the moment, responding to them making a run. We struggled in the paint today. You alluded to that, and I don't even know why. We just struggled to finish around the rim. You're going to have those days, but this team, I've really gotten confident when they need a stop. There were probably games in the last 3 or 4 months when if it came down to needing a stop late, as coach, I'm a little bit nervous over there on the sidelines. Now, even when we miss an easy opportunity at the rim, I feel pretty confident that we can come down and get a stop, finish a possession with a rebound, give ourselves another opportunity to score. So again, I just think it speaks to maturity and the resiliency, and the fact that our kids have gotten to the point where they're comfortable with what they do. They've all bought into our system and they're super comfortable. We can call what we need to call for whoever we need to call it in that moment, and everybody's kind of locked in and on the same page. So again, just growing up and playing pretty good basketball at the right time right now in the middle of February.
Now, last question. Prior season, what were your expectations for the team? And at this point in the season, did they meet it?
Great question. I would probably be disingenuous to say that, we stepped off the floor in the conference championship game last year with everybody in our starting lineup back. So as a group, we, very honestly, our goal this year has been to get back to Sunday in Spartanburg, right? We haven't talked about it a lot, haven't been, what we've kind of hung our hat on from day one. But yeah, that's probably been the expectation. I think, in response to your great question about am I satisfied, I think right now I am. Right? Ask me that question in 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see. But I think right now this group has positioned themselves to be in the conversation in a couple of weeks. There's some great teams out there that are playing really well. Belmont Abbey's playing. This Emmanuel team is going to win a bunch more games. Pembroke is streaking right now. So, but I think what we've done is put ourselves in position to step on the court for the next 3 games in the regular season and then step into a conference tournament and be a team that I think should be in the conversation about whether or not we can be playing on Sunday. So that's where you want to be, right? You know, you don't know what's going to happen until you throw the ball up and you get in between the lines. But I think the work we've put in and the growth that we've displayed puts us in position to be there, you know, on Sunday. And so we'll see what happens if we can play our way into that.